This soil is really good here. There's a lot of worms. So here are the bulbs that I have. 3 different kind of lilies. So one white, one light pink, one darker pink. This is what they look like. You can see this has sort of like a purple. So it's easy to know that these are the purples. I think the white will be really pretty with the dahlia, so I'm gonna plant it in the back. Hit my head really hard. You know, this sort of cartoons when you step on a rake. Good morning, my name is Emilia if you're new here. I live on the Swedish countryside and today I am digging and cleaning and prepping for the summer. So I have a little bit of like a spring prep cleaning here by the cabin on our property. So we don't use this cabin for living, it's just like a storage for now, but it's such a cozy little cottage vibe here and I love it. But I have used this as a vegetable garden like 2 years ago, but right now it's just sitting here collecting weeds. I have my asparagus here though that I will have to dig up at some point when we are to remove this wooden, like these beds. We made these out of like scraps that we found here on a property. I have a whole video of that if you wanna go back in time and watch that. But I have some plans and I'm gonna start here by the cabin wall. I am continuing digging and making like a beautiful cottage garden flower bed. I bought some dahlias and some lilies and just some really beautiful flower bulbs, summer bulbs. And here I'm gonna make a flower bed around this well here, around these 2 obelisks, where I have a clematis and a climbing rose. I have a lot of seedlings, starts in my growing room in the house that I need to plant in this bed. So this is a priority and we are starting here because I have a plan for this space. And it's too cold to plant out vegetables right now. So I'm gonna start here, follow along and see the results. So right here I've already got a prepped kind of flower bed with tulips and daffodils that are peeking through. We had something eating on a few of them, so I'm not sure if they're gonna come back or not. There are like 5 holes, maybe a deer or something. But I prepped this last fall and this is gonna be full of tulips and like spring bulbs, flowers. It's gonna be a beautiful display in spring. But I'm gonna pop a few like taller plants, maybe some lilies here. That's gonna come after the tulips. I need to clear out here and then raise it a little bit. And here I know I have a lily, like a yellow lily. I have saved these dead twigs here so that I know where it is. And I know I have some daffodils here, but we'll see if I can save them. And then further here on this side, here I have a climbing rose. And on this side here, I have some of those yellow lilies there as well that I can save. But in between there, I'm gonna plant some of the other bulbs that I bought. And then I have like a climbing hydrangea. So I'm gonna start by making some sort of edge. I know there are like stones underneath here. So I'm gonna have to be careful and dig inside of that. We're gonna clear this and put some kind of edging stones or something. I really want to plant some really early bulbs and perennials here too. I'm gonna plant ground covers, perennial ground covers. I already have one, but this is so invasive that I actually want to get rid of it. This soil is really good here. There's a lot of worms. This just gets full of weeds and tall grass in summer. That's why I want to plant things. Alright, so here I can see the lilies. I think I'm gonna have the flower beds sort of taper inwards like this. Because here we're gonna have a barrel that we usually, when we collect rainwater here, there's a barrel right here. So I think it's nice to have like an arch going inwards towards the cabin. Here's Neo saying hello. This worked a lot better, so now I'm just gonna kind of pick up the grass and sort of roll it down here. You know, once grass has really rooted in and settled, it's so hard to remove. So it's hard work. On this part right here to the left of me, where I planted the spring bulbs last fall, I didn't do this, and I thought to myself I'm probably gonna regret it, but I just didn't have the energy, and I still want something pretty now in spring, so yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that if I plant quite heavily, then it will smother the grass and the weeds and all of that. It's not perfect, but I'm not aiming for perfect here. I'm gonna fertilize with some chicken manure. I'm gonna spread it on top on this bed too. And then fill with soil. I might have to get another bag of soil actually. I'm gonna plant the bulbs first. So here are the bulbs that I have. I've got 3 different kind of lilies, and I have the yellow lily here. So one white, one light pink, one darker pink. And then I got this yellow dahlia. I'm gonna have the dahlias over here probably. So the yellow dahlia is called Golden Scepter. It's like a double pom-pom kind of. 3 bulbs in here. And then here just a regular white lily called Mount Aspiring. Then a light pink called Levi. Darker pink called Purple Lady. I'm gonna wait with the dahlias. I think it's a little bit too early. It's April. I think I'm gonna plant them in May. Okay, so the yellow lilies are in the corner here. So I'm gonna plant the dahlias right here. I think later on, I think it would be really pretty to have the dark pink lilies right here. Or maybe I'll mix them a little bit. Because this is 4, this is 4, these are 3. So I'm gonna do like a grouping, I think. That would be really pretty. Less formal, a little bit more like wild cottage garden. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna spread these out a little bit. They wanna be planted 20 centimeters apart, about 8 centimeters deep. All right, so let's plant these. All right, so here are the, it's mold. I got these really cheap. It was like a chance. But I'm gonna plant them and we'll see. And here I got the white, which has 4 bulbs, and I like that because I want a lot of whites here in my cottage garden. Whites, pinks, purples and yellows. And you can see the roots down the bottom. I'll show you closer. This is what they look like. You can see this has sort of like a purple. So it's easy to know that these are the purples. And these are the whites. I would assume it was the other way around because these are white and these has a little pink. But, you know, we'll see. So we have 4, 4, and then 3. It was a lot harder than I thought, but I want to plant something in the 4 corner here. And I'm going to plant this darker one here. I'm going to leave space in front here to plant either shorter bulbs or ground covers, perennials, something. And then we have the white. It would be pretty to have it right here. keeping in mind the distance. I want to have them a little bit staggered. I think the white will be really pretty with the dahlias. I'm gonna plant it in the back here. And then I got 4 that I'm gonna spread, or 5 actually, I'm gonna spread out in this section so that the whole flower bed will have these beautiful lilies. Grouping of dahlias, I'm gonna have maybe 1 of them right there and 2 of them here or something. And I'm gonna top it off with a little bit more soil because now it's slanting a little bit and I don't want that. And then I'm gonna add mulch. Hopefully I don't disrupt any tulips in here. It's really nice to see them popping up here. And the last one over here. I don't want this growing in the beds. All right. I think it's really nice to have the bed raised up a little bit from the grass because I'm gonna lay down rocks here. Look at these lovely crocus, so pretty. I'm definitely keeping them in this bed that I'm digging out here. And even plant some more. But here, I just want to show you, I got these rocks here that I think I'm actually gonna bring over there to use as a border for this cottage bed. I am mulching it with bark, wood bark, to help with weed control and retaining moisture. So this will be a workout again. I'm really into gardening workout, if you can't tell. I'm gonna empty the wheelbarrow. I think I'm gonna do this row and then I'm gonna go inside and eat something, but I just want to see what it looks like. And I think I want to place this biggest rock here. Ooh. So this is sort of like a puzzle, I feel like, where you have to sort of like twist and turn. I hit my head really hard. Like, you know, this sort of cartoons when you step on a rake and the rake goes boom. And I nag my fiance all the time to not leave the rake like that, and then I do that very thing. So that's karma, I guess. So I'm a little bit dizzy now. So I'm not gonna be perfect. I might have to dig a few of them down a little bit, but I'm gonna do that after I've placed them all. here's the result. I'm gonna take a quick lunch break and then I'll be back. You can actually see where I hit my head. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. That was it. I don't have enough time. I'm gonna eat lunch and then pick my son up from preschool. But I'm really happy with the result. It looks so clean and nice. I just have the other half to clear out and maybe plant things so that we can continue on with that whole cottage garden area. And that's like a huge project. It's gonna take weeks probably. But it's something we're gonna work on now when everything is still dormant and we don't have, you know, any plans for anything else really at the time. So stay tuned, subscribe and see the results, and when everything starts to bloom it's gonna be magical. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.